Peace and blessings, beautiful souls. I am Jeannie Muhammad, your happiness coach. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. We are excited about being with you. We have a beautiful subject that we're going to talk about. In fact, it's a carryover from a subject that we were talking about on the Coach's Corner this morning. As I said, my name is Jeannie Muhammad. I'm your happiness coach. I You can reach me at Jeannie at iamjeaniem.com. That's my email. So if you need to contact me, um, that's where you would do it at. And I am excited. So I have to slow down, take a deep breath because I have a wonderful guest with us this evening, and I want her to introduce herself and tell us all about her. So, Laona Martin, it's your show.
Okay, Jeannie, thank you so much. I'm just so grateful for you inviting me to come on your show tonight. And we're going to have a great conversation and a great time.
Yes,
Um, yes, yes. So I am, as you said, Leona Martin, and I am the CEO and owner of LCM Career Coaching. I hail from Boston, Massachusetts. And, I work with clinical professionals, mostly professionals of color. And I love, love, love what I do. I'm very passionate about helping them, just kind of obtain their career goals. Um,
yes.
and I, do a lot with them in terms of writing resumes, interviewing skills, getting a great salary, networking skills, and all those good things. So I really, really enjoy that.
How
Yeah,
long?
so that's
Yes, how long have you been doing that?
so I have been doing it now. It's going on 7 years, Jeannie, that I've been doing this. And, it kind of came about. I worked for several years in a corporate healthcare environment in one of the largest teaching hospitals in Boston. I was a
Okay.
nurse recruiter.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I used to see a lot of young nurses come through that I would interview for jobs, and they just lacked self confidence. They
Okay.
questioned their ability to be there. Were they good enough? Can I do this? And I just got to a point where I got tired of just filling job openings.
Okay.
I wanted to
Okay.
help people just really be better prepared, to mentor them, to show them that they could do it, to help them build confidence. And I just, kind of created this love and passion for wanting to career coach people, pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the short story.
Oh, wait a minute. I know before the show, you had said that there was a long version and there was a short version. So,
Mhm.
thank you for the short version.
Yes, yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, tonight's show, and I need to kind of explain why I have Miss Leona on here with me tonight.
Mhm,
Last week, in our show, we talked about we were just having a good time, just talking about reflecting on 2021. And she put in the comments section how she was just admired what we were doing, and because she had a fear
mhm,
of she wanted to think about doing lives, but she had this fear. And so I thought, wow, that's something that we can
mm,
explore,
mhm,
because there are a lot of people that are dealing with a lot of different kind of fears, not just the fear of the
mhm,
doing a podcast or whatever, but
mhm.
fear is very crippling.
Yeah. Mhm,
Fear is keeps us on a low vibrational level.
mm,
So I wanted her to come on, and I
mm,
asked her, "Are you willing to face your fear.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
And
she said that.
and yeah. And Jeannie, I let myself be vulnerable in telling that because, I'm a coach. I shouldn't be fearful. But the truth of the reality is it doesn't matter what it is that you do. We all have fears, you know.
Yes, yes.
I'm teaching people how to get themselves out there, interview for jobs and everything without fear, so I need to practice what I preach. But I got to tell you, I'm a great coach. I do a good job with my clients, but I just had this fear about going live, and I don't even know why, Jeannie.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I had a fear that, see, I could
Mm-hmm.
empathize with you and
Mm-hmm.
understand, because I'm a coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a life and happiness coach. I'm an
Mm-hmm.
assertive confidence coach, certified. Have
Yeah.
clients that
Yeah.
I encourage and
Mm-hmm.
to be confident and assertive. I'm a holistic wellness coach, but
Mm-hmm.
I had a fear
Mm.
of going live.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I I had that fear, and
Mm-hmm.
when I would do workshops, I would do seminars in
Mm-hmm.
person,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
COVID came along,
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we had to go virtual.
Right. Right.
It scared me.
Yeah.
It scared me.
Culture shock.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Culture shock. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what did you say to yourself
Mm.
to encourage yourself that I can do this? I can do I can overcome this fear.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. So first of all, I have positive affirmations that I say every day.
Okay.
And I share these with my clients as well.
Okay.
And that, so just kind of really going over the positive affirmations, but taking it a step beyond that and just really talking to myself and saying, you know what? You don't need to be fearful. You have so much to offer people. It's not it's
Yes.
not it's not fair for you to be keeping what you've got away from people. There's somebody that needs to hear what you have to offer, you know?
Oh, that's a
So so
fantastic
so
point.
knock it off. Get it together. You can do it, and just keep doing what you're doing and get on that stage and just tell the world, I am Leona. I can do this. And I have clients that I work with. I want them to be powerful, strong, successful. And you need to be practicing what you're preaching.
Oh, that is a fantastic when what you're
Hmm.
saying is so, it is so true.
Hmm.
See, we
Hmm.
pre that I have to tell myself that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Practice what you preach.
Right. That's right. That's right. Because Jeannie, like I said, I'll go back to that. I have, been very successful in helping people obtain their career goals. I mean, I have the I'm trying to think of what they are. I have the kudos and the letters, the cards, and everything for people that share with me how much I've helped them. And that encourages me too, Jeannie, just knowing that the people that I've worked with have been successful because of what I've done with them and for them. And that really encouraged me to continue and do what I do, and to again share it with people and not be afraid to go live and talk about it, and encourage people, motivate people, and just kind of say, let them know, just think positive, because a positive mindset will always keep you out in the forefront. If you can keep that positive mindset about you, things will be easier, you know. And people might say that's easier said than done, but my advice would be to try it.
Right. And you know what? It's like a muscle. It's like
Yes.
a muscle. You know, when you exercise and you exercise and you exercise, it's like a
Hmm.
muscle. The more you do it,
Yes.
the more you make a practice out of it,
Right.
you
That's
will
right.
find
That's
yourself
right.
being that way. Because
Right.
I have I was not a positive person.
Mm,
At one
mm,
time in my
mhm.
life,
Yeah.
I was not a positive person.
Okay.
And I had to say to myself that, because I started doing a lot of study about vibrational levels,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
what is the high vibrational level, and what it attracts. And if you are negative, that
Mm,
is what you attract.
that's right. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, the other thing I would put out there is that, people really need to be careful about the company that they keep. Because if you're running around with and hanging out with toxic people, um, it always almost becomes normal, because that's what you're used to being around, what you're used to hearing. You need to put yourself in positive places and spaces, because that's the only thing that's going to lift you higher. You have to do
Oh,
that.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the thing I say, is that only surround yourself only with people who are going to lift you higher,
Yes.
you
I have
know.
to say, I just want to interrupt you for just a moment and
Mhm.
acknowledge some of the beautiful souls that are with us.
Oh,
Shauna
good.
Smith is here, Mia
Hi.
Frazier,
Hi,
John Bell
everyone.
is here, and we both Leona and I are students right now and learning this thing called live
Mhm.
streaming. So if I hit too many buttons, I might
Yeah.
we might disappear from the screen and you'll wonder what happened to the two of them. So I just want to acknowledge everyone and say how much how happy I am that you are sharing your evening with us. And
Mm,
please forgive me if I don't put your comments up, or if I don't always acknowledge. I'm trying to do uh, two or three things at once,
mhm.
but I'm doing my best, and I'm just so appreciative of everyone that is taking time to be here. So I
Mhm.
thank you so much. So
You're
much.
multitasking, Jeannie, and you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go back to our subjects, because I had made written some notes here
Okay.
about fear.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you have said this, you made a comment
Mm.
about this, that we have a choice. We can make a choice. We
Mhm.
can choose to be
Right.
fearful, or we can choose to be courageous and face our fears.
Right.
You
Right.
you made
Right.
you
Right.
said that,
Absolutely.
and that's one thing that I found about most things in life, is that we have a choice.
Mhm. Yes.
Just like we
Yes.
can choose to
Absolutely.
be happy, we can
Mhm.
make that choice.
Right.
and
Right.
and so that's what you did, that's what
Mhm.
I did. We decided that we were going to
Mhm.
step out
Right.
and face our fear
Mhm.
and not let it cripple us.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it will. It will. I mean, it will, you know, gosh, I can just think of, and, I'm trying this. And I mean, we're doing this, as you said. But you're absolutely right. The fear will and can cripple you if you don't face it. You
That's
have to attack it head on, or else you'll be stuck in that place forever and a day.
Yeah, and you know what I did to face my fear of, what we're doing right now. I
Mhm.
decided that I was going to educate myself.
Mm. Mm.
You know,
Yes.
I was going to the things that I did not know.
Mhm.
I decided I'm going to learn,
Yeah.
because my
Yeah.
fear was the fear of the
Mm.
unknown.
Right. Right.
When you don't know something, sometimes we can make a big boogie bear out of
Mhm.
something that we don't know.
Right.
And the moment we start to tackle it and we face that fear, we'll realize it's not it's not as bad
Not
as
that
you
bad.
think.
Right. 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 Exactly.
It's our mind playing tricks on us.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And what we have to do too is, we have to take control and don't allow those voices in our head to control us, you
That's
know,
right.
because
That's
that
right.
just magnifies the fear if we let those voices control us, you know. So,
And that's part of that, um us controlling our mind
mhm,
and not letting our mind control
control
us.
us. Yes, right.
I listened to have you ever heard of Earl Nightingale?
I don't think so.
Okay, he's a I don't even know if he's still living, but
Mhm,
I listened to this tape that he did, and he was talking about our thinking and
mm,
how we're in control. He told this story about this little man he saw driving or going down a road, a country road, driving
mm.
this huge earth moving machine that was full of dirt. It was a huge machine.
Mm,
And there was this little man perched on the top of the machine,
hmm,
guiding the machine down the road. And he compared that machine to our mind.
mm,
Our minds is this vast, vast,
mm,
vast, vast, big, unexplored territory.
mhm, mhm.
And we're in control of it.
Yeah.
And are we going to let this vast ball of energy control us? Or are we going to sit in that
Mm,
seat with our hands firmly on the wheel
mm.
and guide it?
Yes. Yes. Guide and steer it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
And look at how what we're in control of.
Right,
Look at
right.
all that we're in
Mhm,
control of.
mhm. And I think, Jeannie, that's a really good story to tell because it just shows that, we've got all of this brain space,
Yes.
and we can be in control of it all, but we let our environment, our thinking, and so many other things get in the way, you know.
Yes.
But if we would just grasp that concept and know that we are in control, then we would be so much better off, you know, that you're not listening to outside forces, to the people that are telling you this, that, and the other thing. And it's just, the control and the mindset are just so key, you know. Um, and the more that and so we as coaches, we need to be telling our clients this. We need to be sharing with them, and we do, but we need to make sure that they always know that they are in control, not those outside forces that you think control you. You are in control. Don't ever forget that, and
That's
stay on
it.
track.
Yes. And
Yeah.
see, once I started to realize that it most things come from within,
Mm.
that
Mhm.
and we have a choice.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll hear people say, I had to do that.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Right. Right.
You had to make a decision about
Mhm.
whether you
Mhm.
would do that. And if you didn't do it, what would be the consequences of you not doing it?
Right.
And are you willing to
Right.
face those
That's
consequences
right.
and
That's
take
right.
responsibility for it? We always have a choice.
That's right.
We
That's right.
always.
Right. That's right. Right, that's right. And unfortunately, there are times when we make poor choices.
Yes.
And you know what? And that's it's okay as long as you figure out, and realize what it is that you did and what are you going to do to fix it so
Yes.
that you don't go back to the same poor choices that you made, especially once you realize and see what the consequences were.
Right. And see, and sometimes we make those choices because we're driven by fear.
Right. That's right. That's right.
We're driven by
Absolutely.
fear.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll feel some kind of way. You'll
Mm,
be feeling kind of some kind of way. And you'll be like, okay, well, why am I feeling this way?
mm. Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's where that self-examination, I always
Mhm.
talk about self-examination.
Yes, yes, that's right. That's right. Self-examination is key. And that's another place where we need to work on with ourselves is just examining ourselves because I also find that people, you know, would say things like, well, it was because of them or someone else. But no, look within and look at yourself. You've got to take some
Yes.
responsibility. If
Yes.
if you're doing things and you're getting, the same negative results or the same poor results, then you have to think about, well, maybe I need to examine myself and change something within me,
Yes.
you
And
know.
sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, Leona,
Mhm,
is
mhm,
to look
mhm.
at self
Yeah,
and be honest with self. You
right,
know,
right, right.
sometimes, I always say the worst thing we can do is lie to ourselves.
I know, I
That's
know.
the worst thing we can do
Yeah,
is to lie to ourselves and not
mhm.
face the truth. Look at
Right,
ourselves. Sometimes it
right.
hurts.
It does. Well, the saying, "The truth hurts."
That's
But I can tell you, I'll be honest, there have been some times when I've had to check myself,
yes.
you know,
Yes.
and I've said to other people, check yourself,
That's right.
and just get back on track. Sometimes we slip, but it's okay because you can get back on the wagon.
Right.
We've all been there.
Yes. There's a saying that's saying that and who was it? I think it was um Albert Einstein that said
Mhm.
that the only person that has not made a mistake is the person that's not doing anything.
Yes, yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
Because as long as you are trying, and as long as we're going to make mistakes,
right.
we're going to have to face fears because
Mhm.
everybody is afraid of something.
Right, right, right.
Everybody is afraid of something.
Yeah,
None
yeah,
of us are without fears,
right,
but it's how we
absolutely.
handle those fears
Right,
and
right,
the mindset that we have as
right,
we handle those fears. Because if we
right.
stay in fear, we are
Mm,
staying on that low vibrational level, and
yeah,
fear will trap you down there,
I
and you
know.
will never
Yeah,
rise above into success.
right, right. You'll never do anything. You'll
That's
never
right.
do anything because in fear is I almost well, I say that it's crippling, but I almost feel like fear is a disease state as well. Because it can get the best of you and you'll be so deep down and low that you just can't pull yourself back up or out. It can just it really it's crippling, and if you don't face them and try to do something about it, you will never get any further. I've been there. And it's a place where I never want to be again. And
Yes.
I refuse to ever be there again. I will always face, whatever fear. But in just the positivity piece, Jeannie, you just I tell people you would be surprised at the way that you can get through things just from having a positive attitude.
Yes.
Yeah, you might be fearful about something, but think of the positive things that can come out of whatever it is that you're fearful about. So, for example, we're on here, we're doing a live. I was fearful of doing lives, but you know what? We're talking about it, and that's part of it too. Talking about your fears, facing your fears, and just allowing yourself to be vulnerable too, to say, yeah, I'm fearful, but you know what? It's okay because I'm going to work through it,
That's right. And you
you know?
said something powerful, talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging it. And
Yes.
John Bell made a comment that said
Mm.
that fear is disappearing. He said that fear
Mm.
is disappearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that he is right, because I see a lot of people rising to a high level of self-love. See,
Mm.
when you start loving yourself and you
Yes.
rise to that
Yes.
level of really loving
Yeah.
yourself and
Yeah.
loving other people,
Mm-hmm.
it helps squash fear,
It does.
because fear is the opposite,
Right.
on the
Right.
opposite of love.
Right. Right.
Fear is that negative, low level.
Right.
Love is the
Right.
highest vibrational level that we can
Mm-hmm.
reach. And the more we learn to love ourselves, and the
Mm-hmm.
more we learn to love others and
Yes.
appreciate, and it doesn't matter that we're different.
Right. That's right.
And in fact, that's beautiful that
That we
I
are
can
different.
embrace
Yeah.
your
Mm-hmm.
the differences,
Right. That's right.
because I don't
That's
have
right.
to agree with everything that you say. I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
agree with everything you do. I don't
Right.
have to agree with that. I just need to pick the best part of you. I'm going to
That's right.
focus on the best part of you.
That's right. That's right. And one of the things that I always said, through, not always, but as I got a little older, is that I always, just to kind of piggyback on what you just said, I was the type of person that always wanted to see the best and look for the best in someone. You know
Yeah.
how sometimes you meet people and people will say, "Oh, you don't want to get to know her, or you don't want to get to know him." And I would say, "Nope, nope, I'm not listening to that, because the relationship you had won't have anything to do with the
Say it
relationship I
again.
have. I look for the best in everyone."
That's it. See, that's
You
being
know?
on that
Yes.
positive level.
Yes.
And
And it's also about love too, because I want to be able to love and care for people in any ways that I can. So somebody could tell me something negative about a person, but I'm looking for the best. I'm
yes,
coming from a love standpoint.
yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. See
Mhm.
that now, you speaking my language now. You speaking Leona.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you for this evening.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you, Jeannie. I wanted to just, real quick, I'm looking, and it's a word that I didn't say, but I'm glad she put it in the chat. As Shauna said, be courageous.
Yes.
When you're thinking about overcoming fear, that's a great word to use. Be courageous.
Yes, and in fact, remember, that was the affirmation of the day on the coaches
Oh,
forum.
right, right, right.
I
Exactly.
am
Yeah,
courageous.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's right. That's right. And I
Eh,
love that quote.
Yes. Thank you, Shauna, for mentioning, because
Mm,
it is telling
mhm,
yourself. And see, that's where affirmations are important. And I
mm,
know we
mm.
have to go because it's past
Yeah.
somebody's bedtime. But
Right.
but
Uh-huh.
the affirmations are so important
Mm,
in whatever we are striving to do, to be able to just look in the mirror, say to ourselves an affirmation, whatever we are facing. uh
mhm,
you know I am courageous. If you have that
mhm.
fear,
Yes.
you have, I am courageous.
Mm, mm,
Just tell yourself, and that affirmations are
mm.
going to your subconscious mind.
Yes, yes.
And so even when your conscious mind may not be aware of it, your subconscious mind is still working, and it's
Mm,
telling you, Leona, you
yeah,
are courageous. I don't
that's
care
right.
how you say,
That's
you
right.
are courageous.
Right. And regardless of what anyone else says, you know how, just to joke a minute, how people will say, Jeannie, no matter, regardless of what they say about you, I still think you're great. Regardless of what they're saying, I think you're great.
Okay. And on that note, I think that's a good note to end
Yes.
with. Leona, again, tell everyone
Mhm.
what you do and how they can get in contact with you.
Yes, sure. So my name is Leona Martin, and I am a career and life coach. I run LCM Career Coaching. You can reach me at Leona at lcmcareercoaching.com. Yes, I work primarily with clinical professionals, but I've worked with folks from other or in other professions as well. And I love working with people, and I would love to just, even if you just wanted to have a chat with me, I would love to do that, because people do that all the time. They just want to run stuff by me. They want to meet me and get my 5-minute advice, which is free.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever I hear the word free,
I know.
my
Right,
ears
right.
pick up. Free?
Yeah. And
Okay,
and you know what, Jeannie, real quick too, I
go
wanted
ahead.
to just mention that, I'm glad that we did this, because this discussion may have helped somebody. And I see that someone, Corinne Kelton, wrote in here, thank you. I hope you do this again. And she said, I needed to hear this. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
glad to hear that this helped somebody. I
Yes.
I figured it would, but this is the conversation. This kind of conversation can always be beneficial to someone. So,
Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank
yes,
you so
yes.
much.
You're
And
welcome.
I have thoroughly enjoyed our conversation this evening.
Yes,
And I
absolutely.
thank everyone that took time to be
Yes.
with us. That means so
Yes. It
much
does.
to
It
me
really does.
that
Yes. And
you
me
thought
too.
enough of us.
Mhm. Mhm.
They thought enough of us that they
Yes.
spent time with us.
That's right. To show up.
Yes, and I
Yes.
don't take anybody's time lightly. So
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
am so thankful, and I'm thankful for your time, Leona.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Thank you
glad
so
that I
much.
could come. You're welcome. Let's do it
And so,
again.
oh yes, yes, we are definitely. And
Mhm.
so, I got to give my wave to say
So
so long,
long.
everyone, and thank you for
Good
being
night.
with us.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.